Welcome to Coffee and Cards. And today, yeah, you may not need your coffee because Joy is back with us. Thank you, Joy, for coming on with us.
Hey, thank you for having me. Love is the highest bar. I love each and every one of you. Wake your ass up.
Okay, when you get in, comment if you're team pajamas like Team Heather, or are you like Team Joy already like got it going?
No, Heather, no. If I had known you were wearing pajamas, I am a team player. I would have on my onesie feety pajamas and I would proudly have my little feetsies popped up so you guys can see that they have them in adult sizes. Why so serious? I love a good onesie.
Oh my gosh, where'd you get yours? I really want one.
Listen, my daughter found it and ordered it on the internet, and I don't know if it was Etsy, but I wouldn't suggest Etsy because everybody makes everything by hand and it's very costly unless you just are like me and you have a grave appreciation for handcrafted items. But I think she got it off of Etsy, to be fair. I think she did.
Ooh, that's good. Okay, that's good. That's good. And then we already have Team PJs, Team PJs. Improvise. Can't find Facebook. Oh, can you
Uh-oh.
Joanna, can you go in on like Heather Danielle's like medium on Facebook? Because then you'll be able to see Joy. Oh wow, my hair looks really red. My hair looks as red as yours on my phone for Instagram. But like here it looks like I have brown hair and you have the bright red. Oh my gosh.
Baby, we are fire.
I love this. Okay, yeah. So team pajamas or team ready to roll. Yeah.
I was in my
That's
pajamas.
great.
If I had known, I promised there wouldn't be teams to choose from because I am a lazy bum. And the only reason that I got dressed is because I had to put on a bra. If I knew that it was pajama day, we'd be so cozy and swinging. They would be pulling the cards for me.
Okay, I almost did not put on a bra for everybody today. Just saying. I was like, you know
But
what?
you're firm and in shape. Have you guys seen her bod? She worked so hard. First of all, you were already hot, but forget about hot. I mean, you are my hero because I am very flaccid. I got the macaroni and cheese grandmom arm. So when I see a young lady like you just put that effort, you have to zone in. You have to be really dedicated and focused. Like when I said that, I sent you that message, I was being so sincere. I understand what it took for you to just make yourself stick to this regimen, taking care of your vessel. And even though I am out of shape, honestly, guys, if you had known me all my life, you would say, damn, Joy, you're in the best shape you ever been in your life. I am the healthiest now as I've ever been. Being 181 pounds is like my dream come true because I haven't been 180 anything since pre-pregnancy weight at 21. So it's like a huge deal. But looking at you, it's just like, wow, I like women that I can look up to, and I really look up to you for that. I just love
Oh
it.
my
You're so
gosh.
strong, girl. You strong. She's strong.
Oh my gosh. Is this compliment Heather Day? I think
You,
that it
you
is.
deserve it. You deserve all the flowers because you earned it. You did. You know what you went through. You know some days
Oh
you were
yeah.
crying, you were hurting, tears, blood, and sweat. You know that. I know you did. And you pushed through it anyway.
Oh yeah. That preach, girl, preach. Yes. Look at this. Are you channeling right now? That's what I think that you're doing, that you're channeling for
I'm
me.
just saying, I want you to, I mean, sometimes we need a reminder as well as readers. You know, I can't read for myself, but I want you to remember how awesome you are. Just that one thing that we're talking about is just amazing. Who can do that? Not everyone can make a goal and actually every day show up, no matter how you feel. Like winter, snow, sleet, rain, whatever it was, you really pushed through and like look at the results. I know you're fucking proud of yourself. You gotta be. You gotta be looking in the mirror. I bet you she'd be like, ooh, like looking back at it, you got to be looking at what you did. All right,
I
sorry,
love
off
it.
topic, but still, it's self care. It is on topic. Okay.
I love it though. I love it though. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, we can talk more about that. We'll see what sprinkles in. But I did decide because when I first met Joy, her business was called Spiritual Fuckery, right? And I was like, oh my God, I'm spiritual AF life, which stands for as fuck, right? See, look, I can't even say it. Like Joy can say it, but I can't say it.
Fuck.
And so I think I actually sent you these card deck, but this card deck reminds me of you. Spiritual AF. Oh, see, look at that. Yes, I was like, this is freaking Joy. So this is one of the cards that I pulled just to get us started for today. Now, the spiritual AF deck, it's like it's wrong. It's wrong. I love it so much. It's so funny. But let's just see what happens. All right. It says here, quit dimming your light for people with shitty ass mindsets. I freaking love this. It says, you got that dream, huh? Which we were just talking about my dream of being a bodybuilder, right? So it says, you got that dream, huh? That thing you think you maybe that thing you think you maybe could do, but it's too big. Maybe too much of a long shot. Maybe you look stupid trying to do it. Do it. Seriously. Think about lying on your deathbed saying, I never went for it because I was afraid something would about me. Do the talk shit about you anyway. Go do you, then do you bigger. Oh,
I love it. I love it.
I freaking
Love it.
girlfriend, and you were just talking about, okay, people might be like, oh, well, the bodybuilding and Heather and all this amazing things that freaking Joy just talked about me, like it doesn't have anything to do with anything. It really does. It has to do with this just confirms it. It was my dream of becoming a bodybuilder. Whether or not people agree with it or whatever was irrelevant. It was a freaking thing that I had, a dream that I had that I wanted to do. And I decided to freaking do it. And I think that it just changed my life. Will I keep on doing it? We just never know. But I freaking love, Joy, that you were talking about that because it had more to do with just me. It had to do with everybody else that's listening right now that has dreams, no matter what they are. And your dreams might seem stupid to other people. Do you know how many? I was sucking on chicken before my show. I would make this like grilled pieces of chicken with barely any seasoning on it, but that seasoning was so delicious to me and I couldn't eat it because I had not a lot of food to eat, right? And so it's like, Heather, you got to space out your food. You're going to be starving later, right? So I would take my chicken and I was sucking on it. And I was like just sucking some of the seasoning off and some of the taste. And so I had to do some stupid stuff, but I did it. And you can do it too. When I go to freaking, what is it called? With people and graves, graveyards, right? I go to graveyards sometimes, and the number one thing I think about is what dreams did they not fulfill because they thought that they were going to be stupid. They thought that it was like too expensive. They thought all these stupid things. That is where dreams go to die. And that's one thing I think about on a daily basis is my deathbed. And I think about, Heather, what kind of regrets will you have? People rarely ever regret doing something. They always regret things they didn't do. Bam, microphone drop.
Yeah, baby. I agree, Heather, because I would rather say, hey, I did that shit. I tried that shit. First of all, I'm Aries. I'm fire. I got to know. I just got to know. I'd rather say I tried it and this is what happened. And for the rest of my life, be like, damn, coulda, shoulda, woulda. I missed out on an opportunity. I'd rather know. I'd rather fall down and skin my knees than never, ever have gotten a chance to play. And life is like a play. Life is like a play. You got to have good guys, bad guys. You got to have a villain. You got to have a hero. So just on a segue, just on a separate note, try releasing, forgive, let go of the grudges. Somebody's got to play the bad guy. How would you learn otherwise? How would you learn otherwise? I try to find myself feeling sorry for people so it's easier for me to forgive, like they know not what they do. Just saying. I don't know why. I just really wanted to say that. But yeah.
Yes. Well, apparently you're saying things for a reason. We might know right away what they are, but yes. Okay. What you doing?
Nothing. I want to put on my
glasses. That you're up to something over there.
I was just, well, maybe you're feeling my thoughts. I was wondering, is it time to start reading for people?
Yeah, yes, I think so. Yeah. Okay. I also have this deck too. Messages from your angels.
Oh yeah, I didn't say what I had. Let me see. I had the comments up. Nice. I pulled out 2 decks today. It's my trusty dusty Ask Your Guides. I can't help it. Do you see how old these cards are? I love them. I guess I'll just have to get a new shiny new deck to bust all up. But I love my they're my guides too. Ask my guides. Just ask your guides. And then there's the Oracle Lovers Oracle deck. Now, guys, we love this deck. I hardly pull it out, but look at it. Would you look at the heart-shaped cards? I just love shapes. Hearts. We love hearts. So it is the Lovers Oracle, and they're really difficult to shuffle. You have to hold them just right. I mean, it's easier to shuffle them upside down, but I got it down. The right side up. Okay. That's what I got today. We're packing heat today. So I am going to choose one of you lovely superstars because I just got to serve. It's just like the energy is coursing through me and I really need to do it. Okay. How about LP? LP, it's one. Oh, my birthday finished an hour ago. I didn't even see that first. Look, going to LP for a reason. It's 1 a.m. where you are in Australia. I love it. All right, let me get out of there because all I can see is the daggone comments. I can't see the screen in the comments. If you guys notice, I struggle with technology. LP, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Now let's get a card for LP because it was their birthday. And we love them so. Oh, we love a jumper. We just love a good old boobies caught jumper. You got the rest card. Look at it. Would you look at it? So this person is sitting in their favorite lawn chair. They're so relaxed. They got their favorite book. There's not a care in the world. Now, while they have the stag for their spirit animal, which means they have a lot of go. You know, they push, they press, they go, they do what they got to do. They have a lot of stamina. They also need that peace and relaxation of just stopping sometimes with the worries and the anxieties and the responsibilities and the go, go, go. This could be a physical or a mental, but I really want to say both. The card is green. So the color green is all about healing. This is about resting yourself. This is about recuperation. This is about refilling your cup. This could be emotionally and physically. Taking a slow down, taking a beat, doing something that feels good to you so that you're also feeling mentally relaxed. So when I say recuperating, emptying your cup so you can fill it back up. You don't always want to be give, and don't focus on you. You need that self-care, and I love you so much, LP. Take your ass somewhere and rest, baby. Have a rest, have a rest. Okay. Oh, I don't hear you. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, I hear you. Okay, and also, Marcy, when I seen your name, as soon as Joy was channeling that, so I think that it's also a message for you as well, because as soon as I seen it, I was like, bam, you know. So I think that's so true, and it's so funny because even though you were channeling for LP, I was also channeling for getting a similar message too with Cheryl. So Cheryl, just really quick, I'm so sorry, I'm a little ADD, but I have to go with Cheryl because Cheryl, for some reason with your knee, by the way, I'm really curious if it's your left knee or your right knee. The reason why is because my left knee hurts, but I usually mirror people. So I want to know if I'm still mirroring people, because usually if I feel pain in my left, it's somebody else's right. It's been happening since I was a teenager. I could feel the people's pain, but it would always be the opposite. So I wonder if I'm still opposite day. So I know it sounds so strange, but I did pull some cards for you, but basically just says taking care of yourself, taking care of your body. So it's really not a lot of help. And like the rest thing, I think that what Joy brought up too was also for you. But I am getting something along the lines of dealing with it for a freaking long time, not realizing that it's so bad sometimes, or it's as bad as it is, because you know how sometimes we have aches and pains and we just push them aside and they don't really come to the forefront until it's really, really bad. So I'm getting something along those lines. I'm getting not to bend it as much. I feel like you need to like extend it as well. Like you need to keep it more like that before, and I don't even know how to say it. Don't bend it, keep it straight. All right, so that's another thing. And then also too, I feel guided to something along the lines of that you were on some kind of, I'm not sure if it was medication or some kind of vitamins or something like that, but then I feel like you stopped it, but that was helping it. And I'm trying to figure out which one it is, and I don't know if I don't have a lot of experience with it or something along those lines, but I can't pick it up. But maybe we can pick it up in university. Okay, it is her right. Okay, I am still freaking mirroring. I just had it, okay, because it's my left and she says that it's her right, so I'm still mirroring. I've always done that. Always.
I love that. That is so cool.
That. Okay, so yeah, let us know how that resonates with your girlfriend.
Yes. Well, I see Joanna. I see Joanna's name. I just keep seeing Joanna's name. So maybe I'll pull a card for Joanna. What can we have for Joanna, please? Please and thank you. We just want a little bitty message because we love Joanna. Joanna, do you know that we love you unconditionally no matter what the fuck you did in your past or even yesterday? But they make me move around too much. They give me an extra workout. They just throw the cards all the way over there. You guys want me bending. I don't want to bend. It's like, wow, I didn't even get the curse yet. And you're throwing the cards around. What the fuck's going on? And there's one I missed.
Really quick. Cheryl said, oh my God, so right. Like I was so right. And then she said she stopped Caltrate. Yeah, I've never heard of Caltrate. So that's the reason why that I couldn't pick it up, because it's not in my mental Rolodex, you know? So just had to say, makes sense.
Because Heather's the motherfucking bomb.com. Hey, go Heather. Go Heather. All right, Joanna. Go Joanna. Go Joanna. So major celebration coming up for you. And what I feel like, I don't know what it is. But what it feels like is something that your joy guides, not that your joy guides, but that your ancestors, that the unseen are going to be around you. So like, it's like, feels like, hey, we're there. We might not know how to talk, like Joy don't know how to talk. We might not be there in the physical, but we are there. So I just feel a sense of community all around you. Also to like follow the follow the feelings. Like if you feel something, trust your intuition. Just trust it, because a bunch of cards jumped out. So I'm just going to hop around real quick, keep it brief, but I'm going to tap on a few. Trust the inner knowing, trust the inner guidance. You do have intuition. You are like us. You are like us. You are like us. Follow that, believe it. The more that you follow it, and yes, girl, I did that. The more that you follow it and believe it, the stronger it gets. Like, you become more sensitive to it. That's all I want to say. That's all I have to say.
That's it. Microphone drop. And for some reason too, when you said truth, I was also picking up for Joanna something like admitting truth to yourself, you know, either about for people around you or for yourself, like whatever that is, like admitting the truth. And sometimes that's really difficult for us to do, but I kept on hearing, speak the truth to yourself, you know, like you don't have to speak to everybody else, but at least speak it to yourself.
Yes, because also the deceit card jumped out as well. And that's that card where spirit takes the masks off of those around you and hands you the mask, so you can see things or see people for their true selves. So yeah, that's a big deal, like a big one.
Bam. I'm also drawn to Evan's Adventure. I forgot what your name is. I forgot who Evan's Adventure is on Instagram, but you got Yvonne card, and it says about having a connection with animals. And I just kind of curious if you know that you have a connection with animals. Like, do you have any pets, that kind of situation? But it says your pets on earth and in heaven are watched over by angels. So definitely feel like past pets. But right now it's so weird that like when pets come to me, they come to me by my feet, and my feet are up right now. So maybe that's the reason why that I didn't feel them like coming into my space or whatever, because they're like, gosh darn it, I gotta jump on our lap and stuff like that. And sometimes they do that, but I definitely feel this way. So I feel like something to do with the animals is going to be like an answer or question or whatever like that Spirit really wants you to know. And then as I tune in a little bit more too, I feel like you need to watch the symbolism with animals. So that's going to be like if you see like a hawk or you see a fox outside or something along those lines, that is going to be symbolism. It's going to be like a sign. Like look that up and what that meaning means to you, because I feel like Spirit's trying to reach out to you and to tell you about that. So sorry. Yeah. Like, why am I saying sorry? Like, that's all I got, but whatevs, you know.
Love it. Why do you say sorry? What the hell is that about? Do you feel sorry when you ramble on? Do you feel sorry when you give away free goodness that we just absolutely love? Don't you be sorry, darling. We love you. We're just eating it up. Eating it up, even if it isn't our reading, because just the vibrations coming out of your mouth are healing all of us. Aren't they? Chat, is she not healing all of us? Chat, because that's what I'm going to say. Because that's what she does.
A little bit. I think so.
She's so humble. She's so humble. Okay, so now it's my turn, and I think who was it? Colleen. She was so vague. She said, "I just need guidance," and I was like, "I got you, girl. What can we have for Colleen, please?" Colleen. I really want to pull out my tarot too. I'm just like looking. No, you didn't bring it. It's coffee and cards, Joy. You didn't bring it. Thank you. Oh, wow. Okay, Colleen, whatever your situation is, I'm going to keep going, but I do have the exhaustion card jumps out here. So it's something that's wearing you down. Okay, so we got the suffering card. We got the exhaustion card. Let's break it down. Look at you. Like, can you go on anymore? Whatever this is, it's going to continue to wear you down. It's going to continue to make you feel, I don't know, drained. It's like an energetic draining. And it does feel to be emotional. It may not be so much physical, but you know, when we have emotions we're carrying, that shit really, it has an impact on our physical. The chakras affect our emotions. Emotions affect the physical. Eventually, that's what happens. So you see your spirit guides. Do you reach out for help? Are you meditating? Are you taking the time to ground and shield your energy so you're not so easily affected by what's going on in life that you cannot control? I also want to say, yes, self-care is really important. Connecting with your higher self, connecting with your guides, because you feel to be quite sensitive. And when I say quite sensitive, I mean like in the empathy way. Like takes one to know one kind of thing. So you feel to be super sensitive, and you may be also having issues internalizing all the energy coursing through you, the feelings, the emotions coursing through you, because that can add up to like depression and overwhelm. I don't know if this is making any sense to you. Talk to me, sis. But I'll keep going here. I have the other card I just wanted to cover. Okay.
Was that for Colleen?
Yes. No. Is it Colleen? Let me just make sure. Somebody said I don't even know the name. She said, can I have a message? Could I have some? Yes, Colleen Gonzalez.
Okay. This is so funny too. All right. Okay. So I feel so silly saying this, but as soon as I seen that card, I seen IBS.
Irritable bowel syndrome. Where's the card? Irritable bowel syndrome. Oh gosh, because look, they're almost holding their stomach.
Okay, so this guy is like holding his stomach, right?
He couldn't make it up the stairs to the bathroom.
Exactly. I was like, what is going on? I'm gonna let you guys see it on Facebook a little bit more. Like, I was like, I feel like he has the IBS, right? I know
He
it sounds
passed
so
out.
funny.
He couldn't get up there. He passed the fuck out.
And then you know what is so funny is yeah, she says that she's in overwhelm. Colleen says it. But then it was really funny though, is that I was drawn to Colleen in the comments too. And I didn't know that you had chosen that card for her. And then I felt like something along the lines of with gastrointestinal, whatever, intestine issues, right? So if it isn't IBS, might be leading to IBS or some of this overwhelm, this stress and stuff like that. It affects our stomach a lot, you know? And so I would just kind of be weird. Like I just feel like a little bit of a, I don't want to say a warning, but preventative measures to make sure that you're doing good. Because I feel like, Joy, you said something along the lines of when you were channeling, like it doesn't have to be physical. And I agree with that. It doesn't have to be physical, but it may lead into something physical. And then what I got specifically for you, Colin, you're not going to like it, but definitely make sure that you're drinking your water. If you're already drinking water, you might need to drink a little bit more depending on where your sodium levels are at and stuff like that. But I definitely feel like that kind of situation, and also feel something along the lines of rinsing out is what I hear. Rinsing out your emotions as well. So both. Oh, and
Very
Colleen says
cool.
stomach issues going on. I don't do self-care right now. And that, okay, like I'm going to out Rachel. So Rachel, you guys know, is like, you know, she helps me behind the scenes and stuff like that. And we had a business meeting yesterday. And I tell you what, we didn't talk about business. We talked about self-care. And that is something that we need to do before we give out to everybody. Like we think like, okay, we're going to do all this stuff for everybody else. And then we're going to take a bath, or we're going to do all this stuff. And then if there's time over, then I'll read the book that I love, you know, and that is the wrong way of doing it, because we are giving from an empty cup every single freaking day if you don't do self-care. So you need to do the self-care first, myself included. Like, and sometimes you don't know what fuels your cup. So you have to play around with it. So I woke up at 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. the other day to do all my self-care. And guess what? I felt like crap the whole day, because none of that stuff that I did really fueled my cup. Because I did, you know, what is it called? I did like a meditation. I did something else. I don't even know. Showering, trying to do lotion. That's not what fuels my cup. So me and Rachel are talking, and she's like, Heather, how do you feel about working out in the morning? And I'm like, oh my God, when I work out in the morning, my whole entire day goes so much better. So I'm going to try that. You need to find something in the beginning of your day that fuels your cup, that you love to do, that you want to do, not something that somebody else tells you to do, because what's good for you is going to be different from me, different from Joy, et cetera, et cetera. And then you'll actually have a little bit of something to give, and then you won't be so fatigued. Wow, this is like,
I love it. Because it's really important. The way that we care for our body is incorporated into spirituality. It's your vessel, it's your temple. It all goes together. People say to me all the time, why are you talking about all that shit on your page? Why are you going to, because how can you separate life from spiritual? What is the difference? It's all about the way you conduct yourself, how you love yourself, how you love others. And it's just all one, if you ask me. But I love everything you're saying. I was kicking some good shit today. Pick up the gems and jewels, please. Pick up the gems and jewels.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So Colleen said, I've been so depressed. Oh my gosh. Like that's like, honestly, I think there's like a depression season that's happening, because it's another thing that me and Rachel had talked about. She's been fighting the insurance company for 8 months about living the house flood, living in an RV this winter. It's awful. My only thing is that how can you make living in the RV less awful, right? Is it your perspective? Is it your change? You know, can you like re-renovate? Can you move things around? And you might say, oh, I have boxes and blah, 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 blah. Well, make little walls out of the boxes. You know, what can you do to make what you're living in a little bit better? Because then you become energetically matched, and you're not fighting your circumstances. You know how they say in order to be happy, you have to be happy now, that kind of situation. And so you can also look at this time of your life, not as like, it's awful living in RV. Like some people will think that as an adventure, you know, like, and you might be like, Heather, there's not a lot of hot water. There's not a lot of whatever it is, but it's an adventure. This is a season of your life, you know? And so it's crazy about this is happening. But if you've been waiting 8 months and there's been no, what is it called? No, whatever, you know, movement, then you have to change the energy, and the energy changes a lot with our mind, with our thoughts. One thing that I was thinking about before I woke up this morning, I was thinking this, I think I meant like before I got out of bed, is that I think that we can talk telepathically. I think that we talk telepathically to like aliens, to our spirit guides or whatever like that. When I am doing my prayer at night and stuff like that, I'm talking telepathically to my angels, to my past loved ones. And so telepathically is through thought. And so that's the reason why that our thoughts are so important, because it's just like saying it, you know, and we really want to make sure that we're saying good things.
Right.
Bam.
Mindfulness. Yes, I love it. I love it. It's like mindfulness. Even when we're just thinking, not talking, you have to be careful. When your words and your actions and your thoughts come into alignment, that is manifestation. So you're constantly thinking and talking. You know, your body, not just the universe, your body listens to you. So when you have thoughts about yourself, and we could prove it, but I don't want to be yelling at my fingers to grow right now. When you have these thoughts about yourself, make sure I'm so happy to be well. I'm so happy to be healthful. You know, don't be like, oh, I'm so fat. Oh, I'm a piece of shit. No, big yourself up. Be your best, your own best cheerleader. We can be our own worst critics. Why can't we be our own best cheerleaders? Because every day I wake up and I say, you beautiful redhead vixen, you're going to help some people heal themselves today. Now shake those titties in a circle and shake the hair. We don't have the curls right now, but when I have the curls, I feel like a superhero of love.
Okay. Oh man, we are channeling so high. I'm gonna need, like, you don't need anything, you know, when you have the spiritual connection. You got to come back down to earth.
Never. I'm trying not to cut up because the kids are still sleeping, but my heart, I'm yelling at you guys. I'm getting you hyped up. I'm souping you up in my heart. Yes, Melissa, you feel like the depression this season. I feel like depression this season is an all-time high. It really is. And I'm coming to you, boo. I'm coming to Melissa because I can relate. Yeah, I can relate to that depression. It really sucks. Depression gets it, not anymore though. I used to be on medication for depression. It was really bad. It was to the point where I was suicidal. Yes, I have made a few attempts. And I always thought, what the fuck was that? How do you wake up from that? Now, guys, I'm fine and I'm safe. And I do want to say, as a mini disclaimer, we are talking 17 years ago. So don't worry. Don't have a second thought. But the reason that I share these difficult things for other people to share is because I'm human too. I'm no better than anyone. I promise you, I'm just like you. And I have to go through life too. Heather has to go through life too. And people say, Joy, how'd you get so cheery, chipper? And how'd you get so, I almost died. You know how the light shines through all our cracks? I got so many cracks. But that's why I wake up every day so fucking happy. Another fucking day. Another day. Oh my gosh. We get a whole nother fucking day. We don't have to be stuck in the past, which makes us depressed. And we don't have to worry about some shit that didn't happen, which gives us anxiety. Just be fucking happy in this moment. And I think that's how I started. Mindfulness right here, right in this moment is where you can control shit. I'm a control freak. I want to control my actions, my responses, my words, all of it. You can't control before, you can't control coming up, but you got this shit right here, baby. You got it right here. Stay in the moment. Melissa. First of all, Melissa, the card that jumped is the self-esteem card. You got to change the way you see not each other, but yourself. You have to change the way you view yourself because, first of all, if you see yourself as better deserving of higher vibing people, places, and things, then that message is going out to the universe. Like when we think something, when we speak something, it sends out a rippled effect. So if you, first of all, don't see yourself as deserving to come up out of whatever situation that you like, less than what you deserve is what I'm hearing, less than what you deserve. But you do play a role in it. You may not be able to control everything, but you do control your thoughts, the way that you feel. Look, self-esteem card. It doesn't matter what every fucking body else is doing. It only matters that you stay tuned into your higher self, loving yourself. Look at everybody judging you. Oh my God, they're like fucking hawking you. I don't like it. It makes me feel like, stop watching me. Why are you watching my every fucking move? Get the fuck out of here. Just get in there. Look how loving you are. Look at your heart. You deserve a lot better than that. And now I won't lie. I don't know everything and I didn't ask. This could be a situation with people I don't know, but people really do suck. You don't have to suck. You don't have to suck to yourself. We can be our own worst critics, but again, we can be our own best cheerleaders. So get out of your fucking, oh, look. And the other card, I didn't even see that one flipped out. The deck is all facing down, but this one flipped out. This is the bravado card. Now remember, Melissa, we are in our Ask Your Guides deck. You're not alone. Look at your spirit guides. They're like fucking warriors. I don't even know what time frames, but these are all different times. Look, oh my gosh, you need to stay better grounded. You need to be grounding yourself. I know that I'm the queen of preaching to ground and shield and blah, 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 but you need to be grounding yourself. You need to remember who you are, where you are, and why you're here. If you're going through something, then that means it's not bigger than you. That means it's beneath you. It's something that you can handle. Why the hell put us through a test or give us an experience that we can't make it through? You might as well just take us out. What's the point? Change is constant. And however the situation is right now, it's not going to stay that way. I need you to hold your motherfucking head up. Remember who you are. Divine goddess energy, divine feminine goddess energy. It's going to be okay. Talk to your ancestors. Talk to your spirit guides. You do have them. Call on your angels. Invoke a whole fucking crew like I do before I go live. Become surrounded because you're special and you're important and you're not here on your own. You do have unseen help. Now, that may not be the message you wanted to receive, but God damn it, your guides love you, and so do mine. I talk too much, don't I, Heather?
No, no, and I know Carolina a little bit, and yeah, I think that you're bang on with that, 1000%.
Thank you.
Like I feel like I have nothing else to add, Your Honor. I think that's good. Yeah.
Your hair looks good. You cut your hair. I'm just noticing when I got that real close up, it looks good. It's like that. I don't know what it's called, but it kind of reminds me of the curtain bang effect. I like that. I've been trying to play with my hair and do that. Like I like how it just falls around your face frame.
It's
You
the
know what I mean?
Rachel effect. It's the Rachel haircut.
I love
Oh,
the
Melissa,
Rachel
look at she's crying right
effect. I
now.
love it. I love it.
Okay, and everybody loves that me and Rachel, me and Joy are together. And so Joy, next Sunday at night, though, you're coming in, I think at like 5 p.m. or whatever like that. I forgot when. But we're gonna do readings for the university peeps. So any spiritual life university peeps here, let us know. But it's so funny because in the university, we go ahead and we have 2 circles a month where, people practice and we teach, how to do spiritual connection and that kind of thing. But then for this month, I was like, you know what? Let's have one of the circles be to where we give readings. And so if you're in the university, you can come in, and then me and Joy are going to do even more readings for everybody that's inside of the university. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look at it. Everybody's talking about my hair. Are you just trying to fuel my cup, freaking Joy? Because you're just,
I'm just saying. You're always filling everyone else's cup.
Oh, someone said you just made a morning. Oh,
it does look good. It does look good. I really do like the cut and the way that it just falls. I like that because my shit just does whatever it wants to do. Ain't listening.
Okay, so EFFE, feeling overwhelmed in this holiday season. It's so funny because I sense a lot of past loved ones around you, but I don't feel like them coming into my space right now, because I feel like the reason why that they are even saying or making me feel this way is because they just want you to know that they're around, almost as for guides, as support, that kind of situation. Because a lot of times we might be, surrounded by people that won't help us, that can't help us, but that doesn't mean that we don't have spiritual peeps that can't help us. So definitely ask for that. Also, by the way, too, I'm sorry, I'm tuning in. I got a card here for you though, but it's almost like allow shit to fall, allow things to go by the wayside. It is not worth your stress and that kind of situation. Like, I know that we always hear that kind of thing, but I'm feeling it really, really strongly within you. You don't have to do everything. You don't have to get everything done. Things don't have like traditions or whatnot. Like, they can go ahead and be changed, because I feel that there's a lot of stress just on you doing it. But then also I feel like a lot of stress within your own mind of like, sometimes like other people don't care and you're the one that does, and you're putting yourself in the situation. But I also got the Daniel card for you, which I do feel a connection to the name Daniel, Danielle, Danny, something along those lines. But it says, I am the angel of marriage and I am assisting you right now. Now, when I tuned in with this, I actually get that for you to interpret this card, So however that means, like, that's what I feel like they're trying to pick up for you. I know it might sound strange and weird, but that's what I pick up. Are we good?
Awesome.
You're like, awesome. Okay. What's weird is I haven't any spiritual connections in my RV like I did in my house. Ooh, interesting.
Are you looking for them in your RV like you did in your house? Is that what you want it to be?
Well, why don't you? That's a good question.
I don't run from them. I love them. Heather, did I tell you that last summer I actually did my first house clearing?
No.
I did. And I was like doubting myself, like, oh God, here we go. I'm going to be so embarrassed. And I really did it. Big girl. I did a big girl one. I only work this way. So in person was a little bit intimidating to me to actually go into someone's home. They're sitting in the living room and they're literally watching nothing but hearing pitter patter running right in front of them, like 4 adults. They're freaking out. I went over there and tore that shit up for 2 hours. I came out sweating, my hair, my blowout was all done. And there's been no problem since then. I don't know why, but we doubt ourselves. We doubt our capabilities. Did I interrupt you?
Mm-mm.
Oh, we doubt our capabilities. I don't know. It just popped in. We doubt our capabilities. We doubt what we're capable of doing, and we hold ourselves back. And I don't know who the fuck is stuck in their head. You got yourself in this self-imposed prison, and you need to burst out. You need to sprinkle it with a little bit of love and burst out, because there's people that admire you for your qualities, the things that you have under your belt, your skill set, your character even. Why are you so hard on yourself? I used to be afraid of people. I used to be afraid of being seen. I would stay in the house. I didn't want to be noticed. And I just have the most amazing, sparkling personality. Why was I keeping myself from me and from you guys? So that's the energy that my guide is giving. I don't know who the hell that is, but you need to get out of your head because you're just holding yourself back and down. Okay.
Microphone drop.
We dropping all the mics today.
Oh my gosh. Okay. This is why I'm feeling guided. I have a card that I'm going to share with everybody. While I do that, I just want you to pull one card for pick a card. We're only going to have 2 options for pick a card today.
Okay.
Okay.
Pick a card. Yes.
Right, so, okay. Wait. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're already. Okay. I was changing up the thing again. Okay. So what was I going to say? So for all of us right now, or this is one that I did, right? Before we get ready for pick a card, I got this message for us, and it says, courage is knowing it might hurt and doing it anyway. Stupidity is the same. That's why life is hard. Okay. So it says, what is the difference between courage and stupidity in your life? A big part of adulting is not crossing the line where your rebelliousness turns into recklessness. The people who ride this line most gracefully usually have a clear eye on their values, and a good friend or two will tell you them when they are being a dumbass, right? If you can't decide if you're being brave or stupid, call a friend. Hint, do not call your dumbass friend. But yes, exactly. It is hard. But the thing is that you got to make some choices. So I have a feeling that so many people are just ready to jump into like a new career, a new field, a new something. But it's like fear is like holding you back, and you're afraid to do it because you're afraid you're making freaking stupid decisions. But the thing is that you have gotten this far in freaking life, and don't worry, you're going to get through whatever it is. So even if it's a stupid AF decision, at least you were true to yourself. At least you tried. Look at like the quote about Benjamin Franklin or whatever like that. And it was like so many freaking failures or whatever to create the light bulb. And they're like, wow, you had over 230 something failures, and he was like, but I don't look at it that way. He was like, I look at it as I have 230 ways that it didn't work. But that's still knowledge. That's still power. You still have to jump and say how high. You still have to do that. Does that make sense? Like you have to just go forward. You will always be okay. God, source, creator will always work out for you. You have us, you have peeps, you have spiritual connection, you have whatever. If something is not meant to happen, spirit will stop it from happening. Okay. They can create miracles. Things can freaking happen. Right. So anytime that I make decisions, and even though I'm not sure if it's stupid or not, I'm like, okay, spirit, if this is a stupid AF decision, then freaking stop me from doing it. Think of us as little kids, and spirit, God, source, creator is our parent, right? But they're not trying to be helicopter parents. They're trying to allow us to find our way. But if we're about to freaking fall off a freaking cliff, they're going to swoop down if it's not our time to fall off a cliff, right? They're going to swoop down and they're going to save us. So allow yourself to take some of that stress off of yourself, a little bit of that, and allow yourself to jump and feel free. Bam.
I love that. And I kind of feel like it's not the same message, but it ties into card 2 or B. People, I don't know, what are we doing? 1 and 2 or A and B?
What are we doing?
Joy's card, whatever it is. I feel like it kind of ties in because part of the reason that we have ourselves captive, this is the shadow card. It's like divine healers, shadow work, dark night of the soul. I feel like a lot of times we feel like we are unworthy, not good enough, and we have ourselves in these mind fucks because of our past, because of mistakes we made, because of how we screwed up, because of how we allowed things that were less than we deserve. We're people. We came here. Heather mentioned something, and what I call it is fall down 7 times, get up 8. Like, seriously, how else do you learn? You have to mess up to learn. I mean, you learn from those mess ups. You take what you learned, you internalize that shit, you keep it, you keep the learning and the growth, and you leave the rest that doesn't serve you. So with the shadow work, it's like, wow, okay, so I'll just give you my example. My example is it took me until not even maybe like during my spiritual journey. It's been 10 years since I've, been doing this. And about 4 years in, I finally hit that shadow work of holding myself. I had such a grudge. I hated a part of myself. How the fuck could you hate me? I'm so loving, so full of love and light and sprinkles, but I hated myself because of all the times I smoked crack. 17 years ago, I wasn't the joy bird that I am. 17 years ago, I was smoking crack and I was shooting up heroin. And my mother is probably rolling over in her grave if she had not been cremated, because she would say, Joy, why do you tell people that? They would never know. Just don't tell anybody, please. And I'm like, no, I got to do it. I got to testify. I got to testify because now I'm a shit. Like if I didn't go through that, I would not be who I am. So again, the light shines through the crack. There's nothing that you could say that you did. There's nothing that you could do to make me not fucking love you. You can tell me all your worst shit and I'm gonna love the fuck out of you anyway, because we came here to fuck up. We came here to mess up. You have to forgive yourself. Look at the little heart there, just wanting you to look, just a little heart. It's just a baby heart. Look at yourself as a baby. You came here with your memory wiped. pain. There's all kind of emotions. I feel like this is the hell on earth. Stop being so hard on yourself. Forgive yourself. Nobody's supposed to be perfect. I ain't fucking perfect. I'm not perfect. None of us are. The best spiritualists and healers are the ones that can come from a place of compassion because we feel it, not because we read it, not because we're supposed to. You feel us, like the genuine ones. Not saying, not a knock against anyone, but Heather, she's extremely genuine. You can feel that she gives a fuck. You can feel that she cares. You can feel the sincerity. You can feel that. When you guys, another thing, when you guys are choosing your readers, stop getting excited about prices and words. Start feeling. Allow your own inner tuition, inner knowing, inner tuition. I like that. To pull you. Are you feeling pulled to that reader? Are they raising your vibrations? Does it feel good when you see their face, when you hear their voice? How does it feel? Energy work much? But you got to forgive yourself. Let that shit go. Love yourself, baby. It's something you did. It's not who the fuck you are. It doesn't define you.
I feel like we're in church. And if we were in church and we were like together, like I would be like, oh yes, tell me more. Preach
Hallelujah.
it. I love it so much. Oh my gosh. Like what amazing testimonial. Like, that's freaking amazing.
Look, Cheryl said, Heather, joy is your alter ego.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have a crazy story to tell, but before we do, Joy, you got to pick another card because then we're going to pick a card the correct way because I have a card sitting here. We're going to do numbers. Okay. So while I tell my story, you guys choose one or two. All right. I have one. Joy has two. So you can do yin and yang. You can go ahead and do it however you want to do it, but don't share it with us yet. Okay, Joy, because your card is number two.
Gotcha.
So, okay. I don't know why, but I feel guided to share the story just in case you guys have never heard the story. Okay. And there is a point to it. I always have a point to everything that I share. Well, when I was my 10th birthday and, we didn't have anything to do and everything else, mom was at home or whatever like that. And I was like feeling sorry for myself, but there was a mattress next to the dumpster where I lived. I lived in Royal Oak, Michigan. Now it's actually kind of a nice place. It was not a nice place back then. They actually tore down all the apartments and everything else. Well, there was a mattress and there was a dumpster. I wasn't allowed to go on that area because that's where the drug house was. And my mom always said, stay away from it because they do drugs, blah, 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 blah. You don't want to hang out there. Well, while I was jumping on the mattress, I wasn't supposed to be over there, but I thought it was my birthday. I should be able to do something that I wanted to do. I always wanted to jump on the mattress, and my mom would never ever let me jump on mattresses in our house, which we really didn't have any mattresses in our house. We slept on the floor, right? And so I was like, I'm going to jump on this freaking mattress. Well, a little girl that was my next door neighbor, she decided that she was going to play with needles that these heroin people and stuff like that would use to shoot up. And so she decided that she was going to play doctor. I didn't want to play doctor, and she got mad at me. And so when she got mad at me, she took the knife, and as I had my back to her, she took the needle, and one of the needles that she found, and she stabbed me in the back with it, and it went into my lung. And so then the police were called, and I had to go to the hospital and stuff like that. But what she did was she got really, really scared after she stabbed me, and she took the needle and she threw it into the dumpster. And when she threw it in the dumpster, I remember looking as a kid, we couldn't find which needle was used to stab you with because there was about probably 100 or so of these needles, right? And so then I had to wait about 5 years, the doctor said in order to see if HIV would show up, And now when I looked back on it, I was like, oh my God, isn't that sucky? For my 10th birthday, and that happened, which was crazy because my father has another daughter that was older than me. And on her 10th birthday, her mother died. So this is freaking nuts, right? 10th birthday was not good in my household, right? Anyways, the reason why I'm saying this is because me and Joy are alter egos. We are yin and yang. We have these kind of crazy things that happened in our life and stuff like that. But to be honest with you, I just pick up, it has flavor. Like I don't look at that time anymore with me getting stabbed with a needle as a bad thing. I was like, who else can say that happened? They survived that. I am like, this gives my life freaking substance. I have good stories to tell. They might sound tragic, but the thing, they're only tragic if I allow them to be, because I can go ahead and say, yeah, I was stabbed with needles. I was done. I did a whole bunch of crazy crap growing up and stuff like that. But then look at me now. Like, look at what I made. I am not a product of my experiences, of my choices that I bestowed upon myself or other people. I can be a badass no matter what moving forward. And I can look back on my freaking journey and be like, what a hell of a freaking journey that was. No matter which side that you were on, no matter if you were whatever role that you played in your life or whatever like that, you were the freaking person that went through all of this. And now look at you now. You have a choice every single day. Does that make sense? To see how you view your journey. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. I really like the part where you said, I'm making a choice. Like I have a choice. You really do. You got a choice every fucking day you wake up. And I love what you said, Heather. You're not your past. You're not what you did. You're not your environment. You're not even your actions. None of that shit defines you. And here's another thing. Who would have known that you didn't have beds? Who would have known that? You can. This is exactly what you're saying. I would not look at you and say, wow, you didn't have mattresses when you were a kid. Your family wasn't doing well. Would have never known because I'm not good at this. You think I'm a psychic, so I'm good at, no, I'm not good at this. Let me tell you how bad I am at this. Oh, Heather grew up, well, you know, she was at least middle class and, you know, she had a better shot and her family was at least, she had school lunch money and probably had some Converse on and she had toothpaste and soap and they probably washed her clothes and probably was more than a can of peas in the cabinet for 2 years. Oh, her parents, you know, that's how I look at you like, wow, she had a better upcoming for good for her. But you never know where someone came from. You cannot judge a book by its cover. And I'm the worst at judging. Like you asked me to guess, I'm the fucking worst because I would have assumed that you had a more structured or you know, like you had more. That's crazy, right?
Oh my God. And it's so funny too, because like you are such a burst of energy and amazingness and just fun time. Like people wouldn't have, you know, thought that was you either. Does that make sense? Like what your story that you just told. But it's so funny. I was just on a podcast episode called Scaralicious, right? So they were really awesome. But they were talking about Eminem, you know, and they're like, oh yeah, by 8 Mile. And then they looked probably judging because of how I look and like my background and stuff like that. It's kind of nice. They're like, oh, well, you were nowhere near 8 Mile. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I grew up a couple blocks from 8 Mile. But like, and we were so poor. Like I would go to work, I would go to school, and then I would come home and I wouldn't have a place to live. You know, they were like, oh yeah. You know how many times that I fished all of my stuff out of dumpsters? You know, we were so freaking poor. We didn't have anything. I didn't get a bed until I was like, I think almost 17. And it wasn't even a good bed. You know, it was like a Papasan bed or whatever like that. But this is the whole thing is that you can't judge people by their covers. Like you have to enjoy your journey. I put a man into prison for like a couple decades. You know, I remember getting paid by the courts when I was, I don't even know, 5 or 6 years old for being subpoenaed, and they actually paid me. I remember I got like $6 or $7. I was like, yeah, you know. So but the thing is that I look back on my life and I'm like, I used to be like, you know, kind of like how you were kind of talking about with people like, oh, I wish that I would have had, you know, parents that loved me. You know, I say this to my husband sometimes. I'm like, I don't even want parents that love me, right? I would just love parents who weren't out to sabotage me.
Oh no, Heather, not sabotage you.
Yeah.
Damn.
Can you just not like make my life worse? You know, but the reason why that I'm saying, I don't know why we're saying this. I feel like somebody needs to hear this.
Exactly. They do.
I never really like, I'm not, it's not like for both of us. We're not like sharing with everybody now, like sad parts of our life, you know,
no,
just
we're good.
Whatever.
Yeah.
To inspire.
We can even laugh about it.
Wait, what?
We can even laugh about this stuff now.
Oh yeah. Because I'm like looking back and I'm like, that was some crazy shit. But I love that because when I die and I go to cross over and stuff like that, I'm gonna remember everything that I've been through, and I'm gonna be like,
look what you did. Look what you did. Yeah.
Like, can you imagine like going with your like telling your people on the other side, being like, dude, you know, like no, like I'm just gonna be a little more candid, okay, with you, Joy, but you're gonna be like, dude, I was on drugs, and those drugs might have been good at the time, like it was freaking dope, and then all of a sudden, like shit wasn't going so well, and then I got myself in some turmoil, and they're gonna be like, tell us more, you know, like on Grease, you know, tell us more, and you're gonna be like, dude, and I was like cracked out, and
war stories.
You know, and then guess what happened? Like something happened and I got through that shit. And they're going to be like, and then what happened? You know, and then you're going to be like, then I met Heather, and they're going to be like, what's Heather like? What's Heather like as a human? You know, I don't know, but you get what I mean, right?
Lots of fun. Yep, I absolutely do. Because I wonder, are they sitting back watching us like a reality show? You know how you go and you're like, all right, guys, I'll be back in a couple months. Make sure you watch me. I'll be on every day at 8 p.m. Are they watching us like a reality show? Yes. Are they rooting for us? Yes. Do we have our own personal assistants? Yes. Tap in and say, hey, excuse me. This is what I do. Excuse me, spirit guides, Umi, which is my mother, and all the people come on and surround me. I'm about to do this live with Heather. Come on in my crew. I love you. About to fuck it up. We about to fuck it up. We dance around. We sing together. I call him my big homie, Michael. You know, Archangel Michael. Some people get mad because I call him my big homie, Michael, but he's cool with it. Sorry.
Dude, I love that. It's like we're in a reality TV show right now. I love that. Oh my God. Okay. So Cheryl understood the assignment. So are you guys choosing one or two? Are you choosing Heather or Joy? Like, That was a cooler name than Joy, because it's like you're gonna choose Heather or Joy, so obviously you're gonna choose Joy.
Oh, stop it.
Okay.
You're talking to dead people. Look, we all got our sprinkles. I got my name. You got your skill set. Ah!
Oh my God. You got a skill set too. Okay, so one or two. You can choose both if you want. Which really resonates with you to give your message today? So Tamara is like Joy. Okay, now I know what side you're on, Tamara. Now, oh my gosh. Okay, see, Linda says number 2 because Linda knows that Joy is the second one today. My middle name is Joy. Oh, Colleen says that. Okay.
Hey.
Traitors. Okay. Okay. In Joy, for some reason, I'm feeling too, our messages are swapped. So I feel like.
Yeah, I was going to say your message is mine.
Yeah. I love Aggie. Aggie is like, love you both, going for both. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. You guys ready? Okay. I'm going to do number 1. So Callie's going to do number 2. Oh my God. Where is what is that called? When you should be devoted to somebody, what is that called? Like when you're your best friends, I am blank to you, like not devoted, but not camaraderie. There's a freaking word, and I'm not feeling it right now with my people. I'm kidding. Look at this. My granddaughter's name is Joy. And look at that. And Diana says Heather. Commute. I don't think that's what I was thinking of, but that would make sense. Okay, so if you chose me, which not many people did, thank you. No kidding.
Where your loyalty lies? I'm sorry, is it loyalty where your loyalty lies?
Yes. Loyalty.
Is that it? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I feel no loyalty. All right. The card is Carissa. Number 1, this orange is really standing out to me. So I definitely feel like creativity. I don't know why, but I really feel like if you are looking for, if you had a problem that you're coming in to talk about today, I feel like you're going to be creative with a solution. All right. So definitely that quote from Albert Einstein, which is you cannot get out of a situation with the same thought process that got you into it. So that's coming up. And it says, you are at the end of a cycle in your life. Call upon angels to comfort you and to guide you your next step. Happiness awaits you now. So I definitely am feeling like you have got to change up the energy. You've got to change up the way that you're doing things. Like change is what I'm feeling. Like, and it's almost like that, the other card that I pulled where it's like, is it courageous or is it stupid? It's like, you have to take the leap in order to see, so that might be, bring more money into your life, changing up job situations, going ahead, even if it is about a moving, you're not even thinking about moving, but just seeing what the possibilities are out there. Because for card 1 people, I feel like you are your own worst enemy when it comes to this. And you really, really need to just clean out some of the chitter chatter inside of your closet in order to really just embark on something amazing. It is not you versus them. It's almost like I'm getting this impression of when I was little, my grandma said I can never have anything that's on TV because those are for rich people. No, this is something about card 1 people is going across the board, you are even. It's just almost like you're holding yourself back. It's I don't know why I'm getting this image, you guys. This is the craziest image I probably ever got in my freaking psychic life. It's Mario Brothers. And you guys, Mario is jumping, and you know how he has to jump over the little thing down there? I see a lot of card 1 people just jumping right in, on purpose. I'm like, why are you doing that to yourself? And so it's you need to jump over it. It's not that bad, and just jump over on the other side. Sometimes I would go down there thinking that maybe I could, in the Mario thing, I would go down there and I would see if there's any kind of water things, because sometimes you could swim in the water episodes. So I don't know if you're okay, maybe if I jump in here, it'll be better because you're too afraid to go forward. But it's no, jump, okay? And it's going to be good there, okay? If there's something down there, it's not for you. You need to jump over it like everybody else, It's almost like card 1 people. A lot of times I say, go ahead and do something different, don't go with everybody else is doing. But for card 1 people, I feel like you need to do whatever people is doing before you get on your feet a little bit more, all right? So go by the status quo. It's almost like if you know somebody that's investing into stocks and stuff like that, invest in those same stocks, go ahead and do what others are doing, follow it until you get to the end that you need to do. So this also includes, people in your life that are making certain choices. This is almost like your permission to do the same. Oh my God.
Love it. It makes sense to me. I can take that.
Oh, I'm so happy I was channeling. So you're like, what?
No, I got it. I like that one because this is the second week in a row that I chose a card from your, I felt moved to choose it, and it totally resonates. Like I took a lot from that. It really does apply to me, and it really does apply to my business. And you already know because I've shared with you. We talk all the time. It applies to my business, and it's all about me. It's not really anything has changed. It's about where I'm focused, where my mind is. Like I need to rein it back in and get back on track. And I've been doing that, and that pertains to card. What are we? Card B here, pile 2, whatever it is. It's the deprivation card. This card comes up a lot. Can we just talk about the illustration first? This person, they feel like they have a need. They do. There's a need. They need more in their life. This could be money, and I really feel like it is. I really feel finances here. They have an empty plate in their hands, and they're inside of a box. The box being cardboard. It might even be fucking wet. So my point is the box is not very confining. You're not stuck in that box. You can burst through it at any time. You have unseen help, and spirit is just waiting for you to open up and make space for the new thing. We've been talking about this for weeks. Allowing endings, allowing contracts to be completed, or not that allowing them, acknowledging that they're completed and allowing for the separation in the space, allowing for endings, allowing for new things to come into your life. There is a lot of abundance coming in. Again, this is year 9 we're stepping into. So for so many of us, it's going to be finances and love, the things you have been craving, manifesting, daydreaming about, writing down and journaling, the things you've been making those little baby steps and working and clearing out the space and doing the self-work, self-love, care work, all that good stuff. This year coming up is going to be massive changes for us. So there's going to be a lot of abundance and prosperity, but it ain't just going to fucking come. You got to make the space. You got to do the work. You got to know that you're worthy. You got to change your mindset and the way that you see in the world, the way you're seeing yourself. I have a sister who's 5 years older than me, and I love her to death. And she has seizures, like mini seizures, and she's calling me to help her right now. So please excuse this very unprofessional, me walking down the hallway, but we're all badasses together. You need me to help you back to your room, darling? Okay, what could I do for you? Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, yes. So yeah, we need to allow for the changes. We need to know that we're worthy of it. We need to understand that we hold ourselves back. I think we've been hitting on this the whole entire show. Heather is so unprofessional, but is it okay if I bow out? I have to help my sister.
Good. You said it.
I love you guys. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I hope you have me back again. Thank you so much. Love is the highest vibe. And guys, don't forget, we have a massive sale, $1 a minute from now till Christmas. Love you guys. Bye.
And she might be going live also when she comes back. She might, depending on what happens with her sister. So I'll make sure that you can go on Joy Bird is probably where she's going to go on to. I'll put the link and stuff like that here. But what I think that too, what I was picking up from her thing. Okay, sorry. Let me come over here. So what I was also picking up though is that, did you see like how the card was where it was like very empty and feeling like they don't have anything on their plate, and then it's like spirit coming and trying to give you that, give you the insight or whatever, especially for card 2 people. And it's like almost like we have to remember, myself included, remember this is a message from for me as well, and that is we have unlimited source, we have unlimited help and stuff like that. So whatever you're doing, when it's like when you're reaching out to spirit, like you have got to step it up a notch. Like they are with you. And for some reason I just feel like they're saying something along the lines of working smarter, not harder, that if you either meditate, you journal, you take the time to connect, they're going to be able to give you the answers. The thing is, you can't just keep on praying, because praying is talking. You need to be able to listen right now, because you might be thinking that things are not happening for you. But the thing is that they're trying to so desperately to tell you that it's not the right path. It's not the right thing that you need to do right now. Like it's going to work out, but we need to change up some things a little bit, right? That is the biggest part of it. I also just feel like, again, you can't pour from an empty cup and stuff like that. But the thing is that I'm just really, really getting for card 2 specifically is that you need more spiritual connection. So you might be in the university, you might have, meditations or whatever like that is, but you might have to do something a little bit different in order to get a lot of the messages from spirit. So there are different ways to get messages from the spiritual realm. There's going to be like the meditation. There's going to be like the journaling, like we talked about. There's going to be like in the freaking shower. But here's the thing. There's also external signs. All right. There's also signs within your body. So going ahead and figuring out the way that they're talking to you. And are you literally getting their messages and not acting upon them? Because that's the thing. I feel like spirit saying that they're getting driven crazy a little bit too, because they want to help you, but you're going into freaking circles because you're not listening to that guidance that they are giving you. And so it's like I'm hearing that term right now, that rejection is God's protection. So if things are not working out for you right now, it is because there is something else on the horizon. And if you are freaking out, if you have high cholesterol, maybe somebody does, but I was gonna say cortisol levels. If you're not sleeping, things like that, this is because you are worried and you are stressed, and is because you are not trusting in a grander plan. So you need to come ahead and like breathe in a little bit, chill a little bit, and understand that spirit is with you offering this advice. If you can't hear the advice, try and figure out what works for you. I gave you some options. In fact, who here, just really quick, how do you connect to spirit? Put it inside of the comments. Like, is it meditation? Is it journaling? Is it singing? Is it dancing? Okay. How do you truly feel close to spirit? The reason why I want you to put it in the comments, because I think that it's going to help out other people that are watching right now, because maybe what you do is going to be good for them as well, including myself, you know? So I forgot about dancing. I forgot about singing. Maybe it's going to be doing arts, crafts, painting, that kind of situation. I do not know why, and I don't know who needs to hear this, but this is just popping in my head. So I don't know if this is for card 2 people or just overall, but it's like, going back to what we were talking about for a minute, this holiday season, allow yourself to be de-stressed. Okay. Who gives a crap about the food? Who gives a crap about, you know, commuting and stuff like that, right? You might not be able to make everybody happy. I used to be so sad because I didn't have anybody to spend Christmas with. I was so sad I didn't have anybody to spend Thanksgiving with, all these things. You know, I remember a couple Christmases ago being like, this sucks in life. You know, we need to go on a cruise for Christmas because it's just me and my husband, and that is it, you know? And I'm like, you're boring, and I don't want to keep on watching TV all Christmas. But now, guess what, baby? My Christmas is going to be awesome, because I'm going to hopefully order Chinese food, or I'm going to eat frozen pizza or frozen Chinese food. And I am just going to have the most eccentric, crazy, freaking weird Christmas that no one has ever seen in their life. I just might get potato skins and potato chips and dip and stuff like that. And people want to come over, they can. And then I'm going to lay out maybe some arts and crafts and things like that to do. If people want to do it, they can freaking watch TV. I got 2 living rooms. It's cool, you know? So, whew. So what do people say? Signs and symbols. Okay, so signs, like external signs, like numbers and stuff like that. Yoga. Oh my God, Carrie. Yes, that's what I need to do. Meditation, journaling, and prayer. Love this. Binaural music. Yeah, that's like the beat music. I don't know how to pronounce it. They reach out through technology. That's a really, really good one as well. Dancing with music. Music and prayer. Okay, Colleen says another weird thing is my ears used to ring all the time in my house in Georgia. In Michigan, they don't ring. But were you not meant to ring? Like ringing to me is trying to give you information and downloads and things like that. But a lot of times I don't feel like it's needed if you're on the right path, if that makes sense. Okay. So are you more receptive now? Did something happen when you moved into Michigan? Definitely with all the changes. I just have to wonder though, is your life getting better, or you're on the right path, or is something need to change up within you so that you can understand, okay, why don't you have the spiritual connection like you did? And I used to live in Georgia too. So that's really cool. Work on being more grounded. Oh yeah, that's me. Melissa, is that for me and for Colleen? Okay. But anyways, I love you guys so much. Joy's going to be in the university on Sunday. So we're going to do readings, but I hope you guys have a happy holiday. Merry Christmas, Merry Mule, whatever it is, you guys go ahead and, have lots of love, have lots of fun, and I will talk to you guys soon. Okay. And I'm going to put, Joy's thing right here. So let me see if you can see it. So it's facebook.com Nia Lily 58. But if you put in Joy Bird, it's the actual, you know, you'll see it. It's like she has a weird picture up and stuff like that, you know, but love you guys. And I will talk to you guys soon.